Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPL Elma. We're going to be going through my double game 32 team selection as well as my game 31 team review, where how we managed to perform in game 31. If you watch my previous video or you follow my socials, links are down in the description. You'd know I used my wildcard chip and you'd know which team I had. But for this video, we're going to go through my game 32. So before we get into that, still pushing for 88 subscribers before the end of the season. So if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, share, and also hit that bell to miss any content going up on the channel. I post long videos and short videos, so make sure you go check them out. And yeah, without wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. So first I'm going to go through my game 31 team review. We managed to score 58 points. This is how the wildcard team looked, by the way. So my overall points 1096 and a huge green arrow from 53,000 to 40,000. Well in the top 50k, which was the main goal at the start of the season, and hope can be able to achieve that with this momentum that we had. So we had a Raya in goal and Saliba as well in defense from Arsenal. We played against Everton in very unlucky circumstances because I don't think it was a penalty, but it is what it is. Then you had Munoz who got a goal and some bonus points for 8 points. Livramento with an assist, and I think clean sheet as well, and bonus points for 11 points. Then you had Murphy who was the star of the team with 2 goals, some assist point. I think got an assist as well, and clean sheet bonus points and bonus points for 16 points. Very, very impressive display. Saka, Salah, and Sa all blanking, and same as Mamouche and Isaac all blanking, which was unfortunate, especially for especially for Isaac, who I thought would be able to perform against Leicester, since they didn't manage to score 3 goals and he was not involved in any of the goals, which was a little bit disappointing. Neil Mateta with a goal for 8 points, and the bench, very strong bench. Martinez 1 point, Rogers and Gvardiol both 9 points apiece, and Konza with 1 point. So he did not start the game. Now the team for game 31 heavily carried by Murphy and Livramento, to be honest, but we take those successful wild card and hope we can be able to continue throughout the remainder of the season. So now let's look at what game 32 has in store for us. So for game week 32, this is how I'm going to be lining up. I'm going to be using any of my transfers as we plan for double game week 33. So you're going to just fill the same team as my wildcard team, which is already catered for both game week 31 and game week 32 anyway. So I'm going to be having Martinez in goal against Southampton. I'm not sure they're going to field a very strong team, but it's against Southampton at the end of the day. And maybe a new manager bounce for Southampton since they got a new manager. That's going to be an interesting match. I hope Martinez is going to start and hope going to will keep a clean sheet and some save points in there will be very much appreciated. Then you're going to have Munoz, not the best double game week against Man City and Newcastle, both away fixtures, but at the end of the day, it's a double game week and you want to maximize on that. Man City haven't been the strongest, so you never know what might happen in there. But the Newcastle game, I think, is going to be a little bit tricky. Then we're going to be having Livramento against United and Crystal Palace, both home fixtures. United had just played a midweek game against Lyon, which ended 2-2, and wow, Onana, man, very disastrous goalkeeper. So yeah, so I think it's going to be an easy fixture for Newcastle since they've rested for the whole week. So yeah, I expect a clean sheet and maybe another assist will be very much appreciated as well. Then you have Gvardiol finishing off the team against Crystal Palace. I'm going to talk about why I'm setting Gabriel later on in the video, but for now, we'll be having Gvardiol in there. I hope that Man City can be able to keep a clean sheet. They're at home at the end of the day, but they're playing a high-scoring Crystal Palace side, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for clean sheet, but I hope for an attacking return maybe. So that's the defense. Now let's look at the midfield. So this is how the midfield is going to be looking like. Going to be having Salah in there against West Ham. West Ham have been looking a little bit shaky defensively. I can't remember how their midweek game went, but Salah, of course, will want to be going back into goal scoring form. He's still like 3 assists away from going for a 2020 this season. So I wouldn't put it past him to maybe get 3 assists against West Ham, able to beat that record and break the Ramadan curse. So I hope he's going to be able to perform. Then you have Saka against Brentford. I think I'm not so sure about the Arsenal players if they're going to be rested or not. Of course, they have a commanding lead against Real Madrid from the Champions League. So going to be interesting to see what Arteta is going to do in terms of rotation, and maybe Saka is going to start because of trying to get him up to full fitness. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen there. But my instinct is that he's going to be rested for as they prepare for the second leg. So yeah. Then you have Murphy against United and Crystal Palace. Also wait for the same as the Leicester game. Maybe this time it's going to be double because it's going to be a double game week. So that'll be very much appreciated as well. Then you have Sa against Man City and Newcastle. Just the same reasoning as Munoz. Very tough fixtures, both away. But at the end of the day, it's a double game week and hope that you can be able to uh, bounce back from a disappointing display during the weekend and be able to bounce back to have a strong performance in these two fixtures. But as the midfield looks pretty solid. The only part I'm concerned with is about whether Saka is going to start or not. But for now, he's going to be in the team. Now let's look at the forward line. So this is how the forward line is going to be looking like. Going to be having Mateta in there against Man City and Newcastle. The good thing about him, he's a bagsman. He's actually the goal he scored in the weekend, just out of nothing, bang, in the back of the net. So yeah, I think he's a bagsman, and whatever team he plays for is going to be always score. And I hope he's going to score against Man City and Newcastle to be able to maximize that double game week. Then next we have Isaac against United Crystal Palace. I know he's gone around without scoring. I think his last goal was in the Carabao Cup final. So I'm sure he'd want to go back into goal scoring form. And what a better place to do it than Manchester United with Onana in goal. I'm sure he's going to have a field day and I'm hope he's going to be able to perform against Inter Crystal Palace. Then finishing off the team, we're going to be having Marmoush against Crystal Palace, with of course with Haaland out for a few more weeks. I think it's a no-brainer to go for Marmoush and hope that they're going to be able to score some goals against Crystal Palace. Then on the bench, you're going to have Raya in there against Brentford. Then you have Rogers. I think Rogers might come in for Bukayo Saka, but of course we don't know whether Rodgers is going to start or not. Looking at the games he's played, I don't think he's been rested. So maybe this might be a time to rest him as we prepare for the second leg against PSG. But honestly, I think that tie is done, considering the third goal was a big dagger. So going to be interesting to see whether he's going to start or not. But so it's a 50-50 toss up between Saka and Rodgers at the moment. I'm going for Saka. Then you have Saliba in there, who's going to be on the bench. I think he's going to be rotated, and I think that's why I've opted for Guardiola instead. Then you have Konza, who also think is going to be on the bench for this fixture, and yes, that's why I put him on the bench because I think there's going to be rotation in that in the Aston Villa camp. So that's the team for game 32. Looks pretty solid, full of goals, maximized out of the double game with 3 Crystal Palace players, 3 Newcastle players, and hope it's going to be able to pay off. No chips used for me. I still have the triple captain and the bench boost remaining, I think, and you're going to save that for a future time. So yeah, this video is not very long compared to the other videos, but if you've managed to reach this far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.